Yes, I know this is extremely late. Whoops. Goddamn, wow. I'm finally here at the centerpiece. What? I will get some hands-on experience with the Nintendo Switch 2. That's gonna be exciting. So hopefully they'll let me record. If not, then oh well. So, I was lucky enough to get a ticket to go to Melbourne for the Nintendo Switch 2 experience back in May to get hands-on experience with the console. The only way to get a ticket was a raffle-style draw, and winners would be emailed, and I didn't have any high expectations of getting picked, but I was surprised I got picked. And I must say, the event, it did not disappoint. I had no regrets of going on a mini 3-day holiday, only to go back to work the next day. Now, with the console out, I am in love with Mario Kart World, and most recently Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I cannot wait what Nintendo has up their sleeves for the next Nintendo Direct. Please be Odyssey 2. Anyway, the event, we were lining up for our allocated slot and had a full-on screening of our bags for security. Now, I wasn't sure if recording was allowed, so I was legit shitting my pants if I brought everything for nothing, but in the end, it was fine. After getting our wrist burned, we got to check out all the accessories and controls for the console. From the Joy-Cons, the charging brick, to the HDMI cable, they had everything. Then, it was time to get hands-on with the actual console. And holding it for the first time was so good. It felt more premium compared to Switch 1. It just felt like a really good console to hold. Oh, and taking those Joy-Cons off too, so good. Once it was time, the doors opened and we were greeted, cheered, and applauded by the Nintendo staff. The hype was real and building up. We started off with Mario Kart World 2 player. We had to buddy up with a random vent, so my introverted self was stressing the fuck out. Now, this was the first time experiencing the new intermission tracks, where you race from one track to the other, as well as racing with 24 other players. And I must say, it was chaotic. My only thing I wish we could change was turning off assist mode, but apparently that was locked and we couldn't turn it off, sadly. But in the end, for my first time playing, I came first. Then, we got to try it out in handheld mode, and playing it on such a wider screen and a larger console makes the Switch 1 like a piece of junk. And of course, me coming first again as well. After our round of Mario Kart, we went to a second room to a much bigger area, the main floor area, which had it all. And it was so packed, so many people, generally was overwhelmed on where to start, right? Straight to Knockout Tour, of course. Now, this is the most exciting thing to experience for me, and I'm sure I spend most of my time here, being a Mario fanboy at heart, and the lines for this one were long. The only bummed thing is that they didn't really have 24 screens to play on. I think it was just 16 players max, which was a shame. The rest was just CPUs. Nevertheless, it was still hella fun. They even had a commentator there as well.
They are, ladies and gentlemen, 4 racers taking through the stage today.
But the hype was real. Oh, and getting to hold the Pro Controller for the first time too, it felt very premium. It was just so much nicer to hold than a Switch 1 Pro Controller. After the many rounds of Knockout Tour, next up was Donkey Kong Bonanza. And first up, after playing this game, it made me so motion sick. It made me dizzy for the rest of the day. Not too sure if it was the high refresh rate or sitting close to the TV, but I did not feel good for the rest of the day. Playing the intro sequence and obtaining the first banana definitely gave me Odyssey vibes, because it's actually the same team who made SMO. So I definitely see the inspiration from grabbing the first story banana. Just the fact you get free realm to smash almost anything and everything makes this game so chaotic. And it makes you sick too, apparently. So, I think we got about 10 minutes to play the game. It was just mainly roaming around the first open world, and with me motion sick, I didn't really enjoy it as much, but playing it now at home, it's so much better. Next, we got to try out Drag X Drive, Nintendo's wheelchair basketball game that showcases the Switch 2 Joy-Con mouse controls. Now, not too sure if I didn't read the controls properly or I'm just pure bad at the game. Probably bad at the game, but I was not a fan of the game one bit. I didn't even score one single goal or any points in both games. I felt like the controls were just not it, and I felt like my inputs just didn't register what I wanted to do. However, I do like the concept of the game though. I guess I'll just have to practice it more once the full game releases. Now, I couldn't get around doing everything that I wanted to do, mainly because I felt really sick after playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. But what they showcased was the new DLC for Kirby, the new Kirby Star Cross World, which looks really amazing, which is due to release later in the year, and the new Mario Party Jamboree TV. I think the new thing is the new camera gimmick and the mouse control features for the minigames. Mainly didn't want to record myself in that section and look like a fool with the screaming minigame. There was also a booth for the new Zelda games for Switch, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They also had Metro Prime 4, as well as the GameCube classics, and a bunch of third-party games like Street Fighter 6 and Split Fiction. They even had an 18+ game section cornered off behind the curtain for Cyberpunk and a few other games as well. And finally, they showcased Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, the $30 game that does not include with the Switch 2, which basically just shows the nooks and crannies of the Switch and tells what each thing does. The features, how they work, just those kind of things. Didn't really interest me, but I'm sure it'll be for some. But yeah, that was my experience to check out the Nintendo Switch 2 in Melbourne earlier this year. I was very hesitant to go as I was going on an overseas trip the week after, but I had no regrets of going. I ended up getting some awesome swag. I got a backpack, a water bottle, and I think some people got a notepad too. But love me some free goodies. With PAX Oz coming up this year, I'm hoping they can showcase something like this, or potentially any new games coming up this year, or even next year, but time will tell, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different than I normally would do. Streaming on Twitch, you know, speedrunning, Mario games, all that kind of jazz. Something, I don't know, bit of a change. But if this is something you like, consider subscribing, liking a video, and I guess I'll see you guys around in the next one. By the way, we just oh my god!